I believe, I believe it goes up if the world is more frightened, if people have fearful of geopolitical risk, they're fearful of their own risk. It's no different than what gold represented over thousands of years. It is a asset class that protects you. Right. And unlike gold, where we manufacture new gold, we're almost at the ceiling of the amount of Bitcoin that be created.
When you hear somebody like Cathie Wood,
yes,
who was on our broadcast yesterday, say that her base case is that this turns into a $600,000 a Bitcoin valuation, base case, and a million plus in a super optimistic case. Are you anywhere in her realm?
I haven't thought about it. To me, that what we are trying to do is offer an instrument that can store wealth. I think if it gets that even close to that high, gold will represent even a bigger value. And let's be clear, if you think it's digital gold, there's going to be a reference point between gold and Bitcoin.
Longer term, do you now expect other cryptocurrency ETFs? Meaning, do you think that Gary, and we'll talk to him later, Gary
like Ethereum,
will have to approve an Ethereum ETF? And is that a function of something the SEC has to do, or do you think that all these things have to go to court first?
I couldn't respond to that. I see value in having an Ethereum ETF. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be going. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to think about this. If you had a tokenized security, and you have a tokenized identity, you, Andrew, the moment you buy or sell an instrument, it's known. It's on a general ledger that is all created together. You want to talk about issues around money laundering and all that. This eliminates all corruption by having a tokenized system.
Jamie Dimon disagrees with you on that, but, or at least it's
going to a different economy. And we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold. I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. We will, and if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto pulling back, guys. We know we have options. And also we know the Bitcoin hype is over. We know the sheep could care less about Bitcoin and crypto, but don't forget Bitcoin and crypto is for the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had 4.5 billion total volume on the first day of training. And guys, do not forget we have Davos this week. And you know I'm going to be bringing you videos. We know it's going to be some crazy topics. And I'll throw in the CES video. It's just a small clip of all the technology that's coming, probably in tonight's video. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are pulling back, which makes no sense, but we know the mainstream media changes the narrative. PPI numbers come out, and guys, we know the inflation that we have is nothing but corporate greed, but yield rates definitely should have been spiking over these last 2 days. But we know it's all manipulation. And then, guys, we have the dollar down. We have volume in crypto slightly down. And we have Tether, USDC, and TUSD. And then we have the Fed. Repo at 626 billion yesterday. And we have Thailand approves a $14 billion airdrop to digital wallets. And remember, guys, universal basic income, These digital currencies are all for the fourth industrial revolution. They've already done the test during the C word. People sitting at home getting free money. But little do the people know this money is going to be programmable, telling you what, when, when, and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it or poof, it's gone. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And guys, make sure you watch the video I did this morning, and make sure you watch the video I did last night. Because yes, we have the drums are beating, but guys, anytime we know we hear the drums are beating, we know that's just a distraction to bring in all this technology. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, we've seen this movie before. Now we have the Bitcoin Spot ETFs launch. We have Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, the largest, and they're all down. And we have Grayscale files for Bitcoin covered calls. That's right, guys. Then go ahead and put in that insurance. Either way the price goes up, they won't get hurt. So if the price goes down, they're not going to get hit as bad. If the price goes up, they can take profits. Remember, guys, this is all a game. And then we have Vanguard won't offer spot Bitcoin ETFs. And guys, we know this is nothing but the Hegelian dialectic. We know BlackRock is in, so Vanguard is going to sit on the side just for a little while, and then Vanguard will come on in. And again, with the Hegelian dialectic, we have Elizabeth Warren slams the SEC over decision to allow spot Bitcoin ETFs. And she knows all about AI, the reason for these cryptos and the fourth industrial revolution. If we know, she definitely knows. But remember, guys, the two sides have to be created in order to bring in the agenda. And as you heard, we had Larry Fink says that he sees value in a spot Bitcoin ETF. Talks about tokenization and a digital ID. The spot Bitcoin ETF is just a stepping stone. And we know he told you the truth. But 99% of people are not going to understand what he's saying. The robots, algorithms, and drones are about to take over this economy. And they're going to tokenize everything so they can take this real world and place it in the virtual world and put you in the metaverse where they'll be able to download you. And we know if they download you, they'll be able to delete you. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Coinbase partners with Yellow Card to expand USDC access in Africa. And we had Kathy Wood speak about Bitcoin and AI coming together to move the gig economy forward. Guys, the emerging markets are going to rise first. And this is all about adoption. Now we have CoinShares exercise options to buy Bitcoin ETF provider Valkyrie to add to U.S. ARM. And lastly, guys, we have the SEC wants court to compel Ripple to produce financial statements. And the movie continues. And we know the court stated that institutional investors who bought XRP, it was a security. So there's definitely a fine coming to Ripple. Now remember, all these SEC court cases was to kick the regulation can down the road. So the emerging markets had enough time to start rising. We can clearly see that happening. We're going to start seeing the SEC move behind the curtain so crypto regulation can come in 2024, and they flipped the switch in the U.S. in 2025. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, BitChute, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.